Anyway, ito yung sinabi ni Marcos sa kanyang press conference kanina. Once an impeachment complaint is filed, they, ibig sabihin yung mga congressman, have no choice. Ibig sabihin wala silang choice, wala silang magpipilian kundi pumirma, nakatali ang kanilang mga kamay. That's Mr. Marcos, sabi niya. And then the other one, sinabi niya na no one among his allies, ng kanyang mga kaalyado, walang nag-file. Kasi nga, sinabi niya, wag na tayong mag-impeachment. So, sumunod daw di umano sa kanya. Itong dalawa na to, pabulaanan natin, mga kababayan. Sa dalawang grounds. Dalawang grounds na sinabi nila. Large-scale corruption. Ito yung intelligence fund, confidential fund. Tandaan niyo, mga kababayan, the allegations were made by politicians. These are political animals designed to preserve their political survival. Yuyuko at yuyuko yan kung sino ang presidente sa Malacanang o sino ang taong nasa likod ng upuan ng presidente nagdidikta sa kanya. And I mean Lisa Marcos. That's the hard reality. Yuyuko at yuyuko yan. You see, karamihan itong mga congressman na to, Duterte to sa panahon ni President Duterte. Ngayon, na iba na, si Marcos na, nandun na naman sila. Doon na naman sila yumuyuko. So you see, these political animals bow down to no one except their own political survival. So their decision, their judgment are not necessarily based on justice, are not necessarily based on facts and the law. So wag natin paniwalaan itong mga to. Hindi natin pwedeng paniwalaan to because their decisions, their judgments are based on their political considerations, based on their political survival. So wag natin paniwalaan yan. Ako, I don't. Because galing ako dyan. Alam ko yung kalakaran. Oh. Pangalawa, dito tayo. They are charging Inday Sara of not defending the Philippines against Chinese aggression. Okay. Ito, linawin natin to. Ito, malina. Ito talaga. Matindi ito. Alam niyo ang budget ng Armed Forces of the Philippines for its modernization program, for the modernization. Ako, supporter talaga ako ng ating sandatahang lakas ng Pilipinas na bigyan ng lahat ng perang pwede natin ibigay to buy modern equipment, modern armaments because that's what we need. So, hindi salita ni Inday Sara ang kailangan natin. Hindi pronouncement ni Inday Sara ang kailangan natin. Ang kailangan natin, armas to serve as effective deterrent against China. Tandaan nyo, mga kababayan, binubuli tayo ng China dahil alam nilang wala tayong kapasidad. Look at Indonesia. Ang barko ng Indonesia is 300. Ang barko natin, ewan ko kung meron 50. Oh. Hindi binubuli ng China ang Indonesia dahil pwedeng kumalaban sa kanila. China has about 300 warships. Indonesia has about 300 warships, tabla. So, hindi nila binubuli dahil may kakayahang lumaban. Tayo, 50 lang or less ang barko natin. 2 lang yung moderno, mayroon pa paparating, 10. Hindi. Ismulin talaga tayo ng China. But that's what we need. And then look, ano bang ginawa ng... Itong mga congressman na to. Ang AFP was expecting 50 billion pesos para sa modernization ng modernization nila. Which is mandated by law. 50 billion lang naman yan eh. Kinaltasan pa ng House of Representatives ni Martin Romualdez. Ginawang 35 billion. Insure funding. Yung 15 billion nilipat sa program funds na walang funding. Oh, you see? Oh. Ito pa, pangalawa. Department of Transportation, DOTR. 180 billion ang budget. Nandyan ang Coast Guard. Oh, ang Coast Guard ang tinutulak natin doon sa West Philippine Sea. Oh, 180 billion. Anong ginawa? Kinaltasan ng 92 billion pesos. Oh. So, tapos on the other hand, yung budget nila sa House of Representatives, 16.3 billion, pinataas nila to 33.67 billion. Ito, inaakusahan mo si Inday Sara hindi nagsalita laban sa China habang kayo kinukunan nyo ng pera ang pondo ng AFP, ng Coast Guard, para idagdag doon sa pondo ninyo. You see, mga kababayan, how unjust these people are? Oh, aakusahan mo yung Vice President for not talking against China, and you are effectively helping China by removing the money that's supposed to buy arms for our AFP. And more than that, mga kababayan, itong gusto kong iparating sa inyo, this is all about balance. Oh, it's about balance kung bakit hindi natin wag nating hayaang ma-impeach si Inday Sara. It's about balance. Alam nyo ang system ng gobyerno natin. We have executive, legislative, and judiciary. Ito yung three great branches of our Republican government. Yan. Now remember mga kababayan, the last time we had no Vice President, we had no Vice President was during the time of his father, si Marcos Sr. Si Vice President Lopez, tinugis niya, tumakbo yun, o miskapo yun with Osmeña, si Serge yata yun to the US. Wala tayong Vice President, and Marcos was able to consolidate political power in his hands. It took us 20 years to remove him. More than 20 years. Ngayon mga kababayan, I suppose, ito naman siya, si Marcos Jr., has learned his experience nung tinanggal ang kanyang tatay. Alam niya yon, experience na yon. So, kung alam na niya, it might take us 40 years to remove him or even more. That's one generation, mga kababayan. Buhay na ng anak ninyo yan. Buhay na ng apo ninyo yan. Kung hayaan natin si Marcos na manaig ngayon at tanggalin si Inday Sara. Remember, ulitin ko, Inday Sara remains our last effective countervailing force against the Marcos dictatorship. Hindi niya kayang gawin yan. Kasi kung nandyan si Inday Sara at mananatiling Vice President at mag-aabuso siya ng patuloy yung kanya pag-aabuso, baka matanggal siya at ang papalit ay si Inday Sara. That's why it is imperative for Marcos Jr. to lie and deceive and remove Inday Sara by all means. And that's what we should not allow, mga kababayan. Hindi natin dapat hayaan yan. Because itong si Marcos, believe me, kilala ko to. Ito at ang asawa. They manipulated the election ni Marcos at ang kanyang anak.
Po tayong sasabay sa kanilang direksyon na patuloy tayong budulin. Tatandaan ho ninyo yung mga malaking kasalanan nito. 117 billion pera ng PDIC kinuha nila ng Marcos administration. Kinuha po nila yung 117 billion pesos ng PDIC. Hanggang ngayon, walang malinaw na paliwanag. Yung PDIC po, tatandaan din natin, pinakialam na nila yung dalawang higanteng banking and financial institution. 25 billion pesos kinuha nila sa DBP. 50 billion pesos kinuha nila sa Land Bank. At kinuhaan din po nila ng 60 billion pesos ang PhilHealth noong 2024.